Melvin, how are you? Happy you could make it so early. How's the day, guys? And I guess how was the weekend? Here we are, Monday again. My weekend was good. I will say that. It was busy but good. Yesterday we celebrated Betty's birthday. And we went out, we just had a little picnic at French Beach, is the beach that we went to. It was really, really nice and relaxing. And then this morning I was really productive, did all my computer work, did some cleaning, and life is good, guys. Yeah, happy birthday, Betty. She won't be home till later though, but we'll let her know then. The raging fires of Canada didn't chase them away from house and home. Nope. Nopers. Okay, so continuation from Friday's stream after that whole kerfluffle. Optrix, how was the weekend? You had to go into school today to help with a 3D print. Well, that's pretty cool though. I've never actually seen 3D print in person, but I'm sure you could pass the time quite nicely just watching that. So today's stream is for Liz. Once again, sorry, frog in my throat. So continuation of Indian food. And then since she donated like $30 last week as well, I asked her if she maybe wanted some sort of dessert. And she said anything strawberry, which is totally fine with me. So I picked these healthy strawberry oatmeal bars, but we're going to kick them up a little bit. I don't know if they're like super healthy to begin with. Like there is sugar and butter and everything in these, so I don't think they're the healthiest just because you put whole wheat flour in it and oats. Doesn't make it that much more healthy. You have 3 3D printers, but only one is working properly. Yeah, and in your room. Probably because you take good care of all your stuff, hey? Healthy schmelthy. Exactly, that's what I thought. But this recipe is pretty good looking. Like they put ginger in it. And then it also asked for lemon juice, but I only have a half a lemon. Totally forgot to pick them up. So I'm going to do ginger and lime. I thought that would be good. And then after they're baked, it says you can make this sort of vanilla glaze to go over top with icing sugar. I was like, I don't think I want to put that. So I had some extra chocolate ganache just chilling in the fridge. So I thought I would just heat that back up in the microwave and drizzle that over top afterwards. Ginger, lime, strawberry, and chocolate. I know it sounds so weird, but it's going to be good, guys. Ginger and chocolate is really good. Ginger, lime, and chocolate, still really, really good. So it's going to be more of like fresh and bright in your mouth. So I think we'll start with that. And then where we left off on Friday. So we prepped the filling for the samosas, which is spiced potatoes and some tandoori chicken that I pulled. And we prepped the saag paneer. So I cut up the cheese for it into like 1-inch cubes. And I did up all the greens as well. So we literally just have to cook that later on. We do have to fry the cheese first. No, I didn't even get to finish at Optrix because the power didn't come on till like 8:30 at night. So Sam and I just went for sushi instead, and I just packed everything up and said, you know what, I'll just continue it on Monday because nothing is going to go bad in the fridge of what we previously prepped. And that way Liz could at least still have her stream that she was supposed to have. So yeah, a lot of stuff is already prepped and we just have to kind of assemble it. I do have that pot of oil on the stovetop as well. So we are going to be doing some deep frying today. We're deep frying the samosas. And then I have some whole artichokes that someone told me that if you deep fry them whole, if they're really small, like what I have, the leaves actually get super crispy. I'm like, this is an Italian way to prepare artichokes. So I want to try that out. And if it doesn't end up working out, that's okay. I got them from the farm, so I just kind of want to play around with them. I have not cooked too much with artichokes. You got to see Uncle Stinky dancing instead. Oh my goodness. That is epic then. And then we're also going to make up a chickpea batter. And we're going to deep fry some veggies in that. So I got some broccoli florets that were in the fridge, and then also baby squashes from our plant outside. I just picked them while they were really small still. And so we'll just dip these in the batter whole and fry them whole. And I thought that would be really nice. And then for dips, because you kind of need a dip for samosas and like fried food, right? So I'm going to do a sort of tamarind sauce. I do have a bottle of this tamarind sauce, but I think we should switch it up a bit. Maybe add some different flavors into there. We'll see as the stream goes on how we're feeling. And then I also had leftover butter chicken sauce that I put away. So I took that out and I thought that would be really good to dip the samosa in. And also another dip, if you wanted, would be a sort of mint chutney, which is really popular as well. I don't know how quick this stream is going to go by just because a lot of stuff is pre-prepped. So let me just write down the mint chutney because I do have a lot of mint and that would be a good way to use it up. Get like 3 sort of dips going, which would be really nice. And plus we do have the tandoori chicken to grill as well. So I kept aside 2 breasts and 2 legs in the marinade. And then those are still in there now. So all we have to do, I'm gonna grill mark them in this cast iron pan that I have. I'm not cooking outside today because it's actually pretty crappy out. But I do have a cast iron with the grill in it. So I'll do that inside. Just mark them in that pan. And then we can finish it off in the oven on a baking rack. Why am I deep frying everything? Because that is typical in India. That explains why the EU is falling apart. Yeah, you don't deep fry enough. Welcome to America. Yo, you heard me say Italian. No, we're definitely doing Indian food today. But it's definitely not Friday anymore. Mint chutney sounds good. Scribbling it down. Yeah, I have to look for a recipe. I think I found one earlier. But it's quite simple. I'm sure there is some cilantro in there as well. Chief, how are you, man? Good to see you in here. I was hoping you'd be in here after seeing you on Discord. So that's awesome. Marking my territory, yeah. It's all over it. Okay, so first things first. Let's get these strawberry bars done with. Just because they bake in the oven, and we're gonna need the oven later on to cook the chicken. So we can do these now. And plus that way at least they will be ready for us to eat after dinner. Do I cook for a living? I do. I am a chef. So this recipe doesn't make too much, but obviously you could double it. It asks for a 8x8 square pan, but this is the same size, it's just rectangular. So that's what we're gonna use today. And we just have to line it with some parchment first. And the bars bake at 375 Fahrenheit. So we can also preheat the oven. And then what we're basically going to do here is make a oat crumble and then the strawberry filling with just a little bit of sugar. So it's kind of like a crumble, I would say, rather than a bar. I guess we'll see how it turns out if it actually stays together in the bar form. But even so, this would be really good with ice cream, I think. That's some goddamn wife material, man. Okay, so let's preheat our oven. Can you guys just tell how dark it is out here today? It's like a really crappy day. But that's okay. Spending most of it inside. Okay, let's make our little parchment piece to put into here. You resemble this day. Oh, man. It was on the hot side today for you, Optrix, as always. Okay, so the way that I like to do this parchment is you kind of just want to cut slits on all the corners, and that way you'll get your nice bottom. And then the edges, yeah, they will stick up, but that'll make it a lot easier to pull the bars out after they're cooked. And doing it this way, you're not going to have that crinkle or the crease in the corner. This is a great trick to use. That nice bottom. Yeah, cheese. And then you kind of just fold those edges in. Hopefully you cut it properly, but you can even tear it if you feel like you need to adjust it a bit. And you'll get almost like a little boat of sorts. Is what we're looking for here. And if you wanted to, we can just snip off those pieces that are curling in as well. That's not going to affect it at all. Bam. Looking good. Yay! I've already taught you something new today, Elvin. This is great. Yeah, what a terrible idea. Okay, you guys hear that scratch on the door. You know what that means. Tosh is not going to like it because it's just starting to rain. She's going to be like, nah, I changed my mind. You guys and your puns. I just can't get enough. Okay, so I think we'll use that for the strawberries, or I'll see. I only have a couple bowls left. Since most of our stuff for today is already using up the other bowls, so we get to choose between these two. So what is our filling? 2 cups of strawberries, diced small. And then some cornstarch, lime juice, and a little bit of sugar. And then the crust part gets oats, flour, brown sugar, ginger, salt, and butter. So I think we'll do the strawberries in here since it's only 2 cups, and we'll do the crumble in this big guy. Should work out well. It is BC, yeah. The temporal rainforest at its finest, guys. Temperate. Maybe we are in a time vortex and we don't even know. There we go. Okay, let's do our dry first. Oh, wait, unless we want to kind of marinate our strawberries, which I am so into. I feel like that's a better idea because we'll put some vanilla in there as well. Just grabbing some of the little strawberries from the farm. Use these guys up. These little guys. And I picked a couple this morning from our strawberry plants. But honestly, the flavor of them is really lacking, I'm finding. So I don't know if maybe they need some fertilizer or what happened. And I also got this pack of organic California strawberries. So you can see how much bigger they are. But these are usually really nice. And I know it's not grown in BC, but it's still organic, which I think counts for something. Liz, you are here. So happy. We're just starting. We're honestly just starting. You didn't miss a thing. So we're making the strawberry oatmeal bars. Okay, so all we have to do is take the tops off of these. We'll measure out our 2 cups. But I think we should measure out the 2 cups when it's already chopped. So let's use these guys up first. Since they need to be used up, they're looking a little bit sad. Time warp. Oh man. Liz, how are you? Yeah, we gotta start with dessert today. And I'm not gonna lie, Sam and I bought one of those massive strawberry rhubarb pies from Costco yesterday for Betty's birthday. So we still have that in the fridge too. But I was like, you know what? That pie, not gonna go bad. These strawberries though, will go bad. So for that pie to just sit in the fridge for 1 extra day, totally worth it. Had to make this dessert for Liz. Plus it's still strawberry season, so we might as well use them while they're good. You're okay, you're still at work. Dang. My day was really good. Very productive. Great way to start the week off, I think. And yeah, been waiting to eat this Indian food for a couple days now. So we're really excited to cook this stuff up. And to make samosas. I've never done this before. And then whenever we buy strawberries, so this is what we do at work when we get in, let's say, 6 pints at a time, is I pour all the berries out on a pan and I sift through what is less ripe compared to something that is much more ripe. So I like to separate them, and we use the more ripe ones first because these ones aren't going to go bad. So it's always better to use these ones last. So that's a really great way to make sure your strawberries don't go like moldy within a week. I know it takes a little bit of time, but it will save you money because you won't end up throwing any away. Just a little trick from the trade. Eight out of 12 Thai kids rescue. That is a reason. I saw that this morning. I have not been up on the news lately, but when I saw that on the breaking news, I had to look up to see what was happening. I was like, what is going on? That kind of freaks me out because I went caving when I was in Thailand, so I can't even imagine how they feel being trapped in there. It was like pretty hard for me to do that. It's like, how do you not kind of get claustrophobic being in there? Your strawberries don't last that long. Well, that is really good then. You can see you're good at using up the ingredients that you buy. Chief, my man, what are you gonna do to that corn that you got? How are you gonna prepare it for yourself? And these are just gonna get a quick little rinse first. I just find that strawberries can be like quite sandy or dirty. because most of the time they are kind of resting on the ground. So even though they're pre-washed, let's say, always give them a once over. It's never fun to bite down on like little rocks or sand. Never. You eat it all. You give them a washy wash. Yeah, I'm crazy, guys. Fry some, boil some, grill a gang of it. Yes, grilled corn is the best. So these little strawberries, I don't think we have to cut them. But let's just cut the other ones, kind of similar size to this. So it said small dice. So these ones have already done the work for us. So I'm just cutting them in half and then in half. And again. So each strawberry gets cut into 8 if it's quite a bit bigger. Matt, what's up, man? Come up with some corny side dishes. Oh, you should put some in cornbread. Just slice some off of one of the ears. So good, Chief. I know you like cornbread. Okay, what is going on, Matt? Your girlfriend keeps threatening to leave you because you keep pretending you're a transformer. You can change. That's a good one, man. That would have been a good one too, Optrix. You have more, Matt. How was your weekend, dude? Boil the hell out of it. Just comes in, rocking the jokes after the weekend. I'm liking where you're at, man. Hey, sleeping kitten. How are you? You did a lot of yard work and replaced an air conditioner. Dang, dude. Getting that work in. But I think it feels pretty good to kind of take care of your stuff like that. Like when it's finally accomplished. You're good, kitten? That is good. Okay, there's our 2 cups. Right to the line is the 2 cups. That's why I'm not filling it right to the brim. Yum. We could even put some kirsch in here. Spice it up a little bit. Get a little maceration happening. How do you guys feel about that? Feeling pretty good about that one. Sorbet or wine. Oh, we should totally make a sorbet. Maybe we'll do that later this week. Put the ice cream maker to use again. Hopefully it's hotter. You're wondering if you need to go out and buy a second air conditioner. It's that bad, Optrix? I keep seeing these things about the States just having crazy heat indexes. Oh, God. The doggo is barking. The heck was she for the last half an hour? She got in here. You crazy. Just a splash, guys. Look, this bottle's almost done anyways. Just like that. Boop. Don't worry though, we still have the 2-6. We're not running low. Okay, splash of vanilla. Elvin, you had to do some fridge shopping for your family. You felt drinks come out of their backup ancient fridge felt warm. Did some temping trials. Fridge bottomed out at 52 Fahrenheit. What? I was gonna say, Chief, you must be roasting up there. Just wanted to make sure there was no vanilla in the crust, which there isn't. So we'll carry on. And I think I might add, I'll put the ginger chopped in here, as well as a touch of lime zest, I think. And then they say to sprinkle the cornstarch over top, but I think I'm just gonna mix it in with the strawberries, kind of like a pie filling, if you guys have made pies ever. I just think that's gonna be a lot easier when we go to put it together. And that way it's distributed evenly. Yeah, it's hot as heck. Shadow, how are you? Okay, I'm going to grab that lime. Here's our baby piece of ginger that we're gonna use. I have to say though, it does feel good when it rains here. Because it gets so dry in the summer and dusty that when it rains, it kind of just cools everything off, freshens it up. So not too much zest, because you know it's quite strong. So what did I do? Maybe a third of that lime. And I'm sure white chocolate would also be a good addition of sorts if you don't like dark chocolate. Matt, you're still going, man. And so it says 1 tablespoon of citrus juice. I would say that can be your own choice of what kind of citrus you want to use here. Hey, Paulsh, you're making chili. Yes, I love that, dude. Did you see you get your stuff made on Friday? Just so you know, look at, there's like nothing coming out of this. Got those dry limes again. This is sadness. I think that's the last time I'm buying them in bulk like that. I know chili would be perfect here today to have for din, but Indian food is gonna warm us up too. Cleanse us. Yeah, this Friday. I think it's the 13th. Whoa, Friday the 13th this week? Okay, I'll just use a touch of this lemon. Bump us up. Is it seriously Friday the 13th? Freaky Friday. There we go. Our tablespoon. Pour that over. Hey Brian, how are you? This whole dish is your choice. Okay, and we need 1 teaspoon only of cornstarch. And this will just help the filling not get too runny when we bake it. Just because the strawberries will release some juices, right? And we'll just stir this right away so that it combines evenly. Did you hear about the dyslexic, agnostic, insomniac? Oh my goodness. First of all, that person has it rough. He stayed up all night wondering if there was a dog. What? Even better, polished, you'll set your alarm once you're done cooking. Yes. Okay, just toss this all up. We don't want to see any powdery white pieces of cornstarch left. But dang, that's smelling good already. You don't like strawberries, Matt. Oh, I forgot about you. You're a meat and potato guy. Okay, there is our filling. Just a sec, we might have to add a touch of sugar. Yep, 1 tablespoon. So that's not bad. Like, there's not a ton of sugar in it. Brian, you're fine. You only need to know what you want to cook tomorrow. Oh, got some decisions to make? You're thinking Arby's, Chief. I haven't eaten Arby's in so long. Probably at least 5 years. All right, now we can let that marinate. Onto our crust. Dyslexics of the world, unite. He asked for meat. No, he doesn't get the meat yet. Oh, for meat, I get it. Arby's in over 20 years. Yeah, I don't even remember the last time, so I think that's pretty good. Okay, we need 1 cup of oats. I would choose rolled oats. But if you have like the whole oats, that's okay too. It'll just be a little bit more chewy. So this is a 1/3 cup measure. There we go. All you get at Arby's is the shakes. I don't think I've ever even had a shake from there. So 3/4 cup of whole wheat flour. That's the healthy portion here. The whole wheat flour and the oats is what makes it healthy. Everything else doesn't matter. You were so disgusted by the cheese and disgusting sauce they put on the burger. Yeah. I feel like a lot of places used to be good, and it just got too processed. Oh, it's just like gross. I would love to make like my own version of an Arby's sandwich with cheese sauce. 3/4 cup whole wheat flour. Mine is stone ground, and it's milled in Chilliwack here in BC. They have burgers. Isn't it just like sliced roast beef? Roast beef. Who knows what it actually is. So 1/3 cup of light brown sugar. I don't think I have light brown sugar. I just think I have regular, and that is okay. Oh, we still gotta put the ginger in our berries. Let's not forget. Oh my God, Matt. What is Famous Dave's? Never heard of it. Lunch meat is all it takes, pretty much. Who knows what that processed stuff is? There we go. You always want to pack down your brown sugar. Do they have, did you mean to type Biovax? Because I don't know what that is. Buvax? What is that, Optrix? A 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. It's always good to put salt in like an oat crumble. You just need that contrast to the sweetness. Bivouacs. It's a temporary camp. I have no idea. There we go. I've not been up to Chilliwack yet. And lastly, 6 tablespoons of butter melted. Or it says you can use coconut oil if you can't have dairy. So 85 grams of butter, which I think will be easier to measure. 85 grams. I feel like this little piece is going to be quite close to that. Let's hope. Without tense. I've never heard of that term. Is that a bad thing? Why does it look so good? I don't know, Liz, because you picked it. Gangstas. Oh my God, Matt, we're not getting married. That's not a thing. You guys, this is 90 grams and we needed 85, so I'm good with that. My internal scale is still accurate, or quite close to it. So we just need to melt this, Chef Mike, real quick. Even the young kids don't use that word anymore. Yeah, you lost me there, Optrix. It's like, what is this guy talking about? Okay, we gotta make some room. Say hi to the cheese. The city Chilliwack reminded you of that word. And there's that. Not your dad. Why did the octopus beat the shark in a fight? Because it was well armed. I like that one. The more you know. Liz, just denied. No, he's teaching us. It's always teaching. Now I know what that word means and I'll use it. Maybe once. Okay, that's melted enough. Pretty much just need it soft so we can mix it into here. Give the man his cold cuts. That's all he wants. Man, he can't just have the cold cuts if he can't even pay for it. That shit ain't cheap. Does he think this is a free-for-all? Amanda Stella, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. You can't even pronounce the word. Me neither. Look how slow I have to say it. Bivouacs? Bivouacs. This could probably benefit from cinnamon if we didn't do the lime. But since we did the lime, I don't think we want to put the cinnamon. It might not contrast in such a good way. We're just going to mix this until it's kind of sandy looking and crumbly, but the oats won't be dry. So the butter will be fully absorbed. You're gonna get your parents to pay for it. Your mom wants more grandchildren. Well, then you definitely picked the wrong lady. I'm not huge on kids, man. And plus, I'm already straight marinated. So I don't know where you're getting this craziness from. Bivouac. Yeah, you got it, Shadow. You got it. Okay, that looks good. So now all we gotta do is chop up our ginger to finish the filling with the strawberries. We don't need too much, obviously, because it is strong. Let's just do a little nub like that. It's like 1/2 inch. And we're gonna peel it. And then chop it as fine as you can. That way you won't get any really strong gingery bites. It's still more about the strawberries than anything. We're just gonna try and complement it. What recipe am I working on? So I'm making these healthy strawberry oatmeal bars. So we're just preparing the filling and the crumble. And then it's gotta bake. How long does it bake for? 35 to 40 minutes. So quite a while. Mama, how are you? How was your weekend? With no grandbabies either. Yeah, why am I cutting this so gingerly? The dessert isn't on the menu, no. I totally didn't update it. But it is in Discord, guys. The recipe is in Discord. I posted it this morning. The sound is detached from the video, really? That doesn't make sense. Because I haven't changed anything. But I know Sammy was fooling around on his stream this weekend. So maybe he did something in the settings. How far behind is it, guys? And thanks for letting me know as well. Thanks, Gun. You just got home from buying a piece of ginger the size of your hand for 75 cents. That's a steal. Steal of a deal. 3 seconds out? Holy. This does not make sense. Okay, let me try and change something for a sec. One second, guys. See if this is a little bit better. I just set the mic offset. Does that seem a little bit better? What did she cut? I just chopped some ginger. Let me just try a piece. Really good. Like really, really good. Yeah, I cut out your heart. So now let's assemble. It's good now. It fixed itself. Okay, well, let me know if it's like too fast now. Let's keep this stream going. So we're setting aside only half a cup of the crumble mixture for the topping. And then the rest we're gonna press into the bottom here. Actually, I'll just fill this halfway. Way easier. So yeah, I guess since we're pressing it, then it will be more like a bar. But if it was to be more like a crumble, then we probably wouldn't press it down. It would be more loose. But I like the bar idea. Grabbing a beer. Oh yeah. Still drinking some iced coffee. Okay, we can just press this with our hands. But we do want a nice even layer. So just be mindful of that when you're pressing it. Are you qualified to write a love novel now? I suppose so. I don't know what makes you qualified. Okay, there we go. And now, these berries. Look at the juices in there. We're keeping that in there, by the way. We're gonna let that bake in. It's all of our flavor. Holy. It smells so good, guys. I just want to blend these strawberries up and like make some sort of alcoholic drink. It's got to be the kirsch and whatever is going on. Like it almost smells like a daiquiri or a margarita. Just make one nice even layer. That way you'll get a little bit of strawberry in each bite. And now for our topping. The last layer. Don't ew me, Matt. How dare you? Try and spread our remaining crumbs over top here. And these bigger pieces, I'm just going to crumble up a little bit smaller. Yum. Okay, we'll do 35-minute timer and then check it at that point, see if it needs the extra 5. There we go, guys. Strawberry oatmeal bars going in. Boop. Since we're divorced, you have to disagree. It's true, yeah. We have to feud all the time now. Okay, I'm just gonna go take a quick bathroom break. And then I think we're moving on to wrapping up the samosas. I think that'll be our next step. Okay, so I had previously made the dough for the samosas. So that's what it turned out to be. It's quite soft though. So I think when we go to roll it out, we'll need a lot of flour. And since I've never made them before, I guess we'll kind of just roll with it. I can be your work wife. It's so true. Yeah, I'm typically like the mom at work as well. Oh, and chef thanked me yesterday for doing such an awesome job at work for them. I guess the guys really like my attitude and me hanging out, so yay for that. I'm in my happy place. Edners, sounds good. I hope you have fun cooking, and thanks for the follow. Maybe I'll see you back here one day. Just roll with it. Out of sync again. I can see that. And I don't know why. Rawr. I don't know if it's Twitch or me. Because nothing's changed internet-wise. Did I try to use violence? No. I think it's Twitch, guys. I don't think that's on my end, which sucks. Because if it was, I would continuously fix it. So I think the best thing to use to flatten these, because it says flatten it really thin like a chapati. Don't know if you guys know what a chapati is, but they're really, really flat Indian breads that get cooked. So I'm going to use the tortilla press. So maybe we'll just get little balls of dough portioned out. I don't know how much to portion this to because the recipe didn't say how many it would make. And then we can just start to press them, and then we quickly have to just cook them in a pan. So I'll just use a cast iron pan. And then that way they get not as soft, right? So they'll be able to wrap around our filling without just falling apart. Like I said, I've never done this before, so this is all new for me. And it's weird, guys. It's weird. Yeah, isn't that one, I swear? Chapati mouth. That's a good one. I like that one. That's a good pun. Got a chapati mouth. Okay. What do we think for portions? And this is super sticky. I'll use my bench scraper. I would say like 6. What do you think, 6 or 8? Or maybe I should just go with how much filling I have. That would be a good idea as well. Because I have here this much filling. So I probably have enough to fill 6, let's say. And they'll be pretty big samosas. Unless I make them smaller and do 8 small ones, which is also a good option, I think. Let's do 8. That way we can have 2 each. Gotta split it fairly. Okay, I'm gonna get this off of the plastic. So what we have to do, we gotta sprinkle some flour on here. Oh, and I organized my pantry today, guys. So I did a little bit of moving around. Oh God, just spilled flour all over myself. And like I said, we'll need a bunch of flour. Maybe I'll just leave that out. Making a mess. Small ones would cook better. Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't take as long either. Good thing it's laundry day tomorrow. Oh man. I can see why people just buy the pre-made samosa wrappers. But you guys know me. I always like to try it on my own. See how it works. Sometimes it's not as hard as people think it is. There we go. So yeah, it's pretty sticky, hey? Get it nicely coated in the flour so we don't want any sticking going on. And just kind of pull it out so that we can make our 8 portions evenly. You just ordered 2 new down pillows and 4 new bath towels. Yeah, having guests forces you to upgrade your shit. So true. But then after they leave, it's like, oh, I'm actually kind of happy that I got that stuff. You don't realize how much you need it until you're like forced to have it, right? And at least now you're just set up for them all the time. Okay, let's keep that separated there. Now, 1 cut down each of these. Bam. So far, so good, guys. Thought that would be a lot more difficult. Okay, let's get a good coating. So you can see the inside here is really sticky. So maybe we'll do like a pre-flatten. And I know it said you want circles. I'm just gonna pull them out. So it's like circle-ish. Oh, it's pouring rain outside. Perfect day for Indian foods. My aunt and uncle are coming out to visit at the end of the month here. And they'll be here for my parents' 35th anniversary, guys. Frank and Betty, 35 years already. And I'm pretty excited to see my aunt and uncle. I haven't seen them since I moved away. Okay, here's all of our pieces. I think we're pretty set now. And now we gotta just prep our tortilla press. We'll keep that flour here still, just in case. The way I like to prep the tortilla press is to line it with a cut open Ziploc bag, and that way it will never stick. So you just gotta cut the sides open, and that way we'll have a top and a bottom. I think you could also use parchment as well, but I've always done the Ziploc, and it works so good. And then I guess you could also just wash this after you're done with it, so you can reuse it instead of throwing it away every time. Just leave it with your tortilla press so that when you go to use it, you're already set up. Guys, may I ask what's cooking today on your end? If anything's going on. Or what's being eaten as well. That's an option. Okay guys, we're going in. One more little press in the flour here. You had mince and tatties. Yum. The down pillows won't keep you up all night. Hilarious. So now just gently press down here. And let's see what we got. Bam. How good does that look though? Our little samosa dough. Please don't stick. That's all we gotta pray for though. So maybe if it's too sticky, we'll just sprinkle a touch of flour over top when we put the smaller piece in. Because yeah, we don't want to destroy it when it's this thin. I want it to stay nice. And hopefully the bottom is not stuck either. I'll just put those onto a plate. It's almost like tortillas. Yeah, exactly, mister. It looks thick for a samosa shell. I'm gonna flatten it back out a little bit more. It's like, what, maybe 1/8 of an inch thick? It's quite thin. I guess you'll see when I peel it off here. And probably as I peel it, it might get thinner. Success. So now we kind of just want to pull it into more of a circular shape. And I'm just going to dunk this entire thing in the flour. Because I know as it sits there, it's going to absorb the liquid in the dough. Have you made samosas, Optrix? Because if so, then any guidance is definitely appreciated. Usually our mom would roll it thinner when she used to prepare samosas. Yeah, I think she's good. Like, it's almost tearing. A rolling pin actually might be easier, guys. Should we try it? I feel like this is just like slowing us down. Let's see. Let's see what we can do today. Maybe it'll stay more consistent that way. So we can kind of shape it as well. Let's do this guy. Wherever it sticks, add more flour. And straight up, I may have just messed these up. They're damaged beyond return. See? Ah. Hey, Nike, how are you? Welcome in, man. Okay, we're going for more of a square shape then. I guess I could always just like trim the edges off and make it circular. Oh my God, Liz, what are you doing? Sorry. That is your cheers. The keef is too good. Oh God. We lost Nike, guys. We lost him in the keef. Don't know if he'll make it out of there. You like the roller? Thanks, mister. I guess I can move this over now. Hey, look at that. We're getting better. I think the rolling pin is actually easier to use. It's just more controlled. You only vaped a bowl so far. R.I.P. Nike. Keyboards don't work well in showers. Oh my God, that's totally what happened, Elvin. You called it. Liz, get off the phone in the shower. I guess unless you have an iPhone. Are they waterproof though, or just water resistant? Shower tablet. Well, it depends which iPhone you have, but I remember when Sam got his new iPhone, the one I have now, he just rinsed it in the sink at work one day. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, it's like one of the new features. They're water resistant. I was like, oh, okay, carry on then. Like any other phone, just destroyed. Oh, you don't want no sticking. It's not good for rolling. Get that edge out there. Oh man, only 17 minutes left on the bars. I'm starting to smell them. That's why I had to peek at the timer. The torture of smelling something bake. I really want one of those little wooden dowel rolling pins right now. I feel like that would be a lot easier to use than this big guy. Many a novice chef has been flattened by this roller. Loriander, how are you? It has been too long, I will say that. Oh no, don't tear the dough. But if you do, just sew it back up. It's a good part about a soft dough. It's easily fixed. You were off today, Nike, and you just did laundry. Lost yourself in ghost adventures? What? Ghost adventures. Thanks for the follow, guys. Bakakakudo. Please make keema burrata. I have never heard of that, but I'm always down to try new things. Tearing it up. You guys are so bad. He smoked while doing laundry and got lost in the basket. Yeah. He fell in. He forgot where he was. There's good energy out there, Nike. Today was a good day. Today was a good day. Okay, second last one. And then we gotta do some cooking. Have I made keema burrata? I have not. But I am interested to hear what it is, if you can explain it. I've never even heard of it. Oh God. Don't stick. Still have not seen any meat. It's true. But we are going to fill these with the potato and tandoori chicken mixture. So soon, Matt. soon. We just gotta clean up our little mess here, and it's almost samosa time. But we're doing good. It's only 3:40. What have I made so far? So we made these strawberry oatmeal bars, and those are just baking in the oven right now. And then we just rolled out our dough for the samosas. That's it. Haven't done too much yet. It's a mixture. Stuff a whole chicken in there. Oh my god. You're savage. Savage, Matt. Yeah, we're riding dirty. Yeah, we always say that, Sam and I. It's like mimosas and samosas. Okay, I'm taking the oil out for now. Don't worry, it's not hot. But we need that burner to cook our little doughs on. Let's do this pan. How do we do with a little bit of light on this? Stop the glare. We're good. Yay. Okay, let's do medium-high heat for these. Doses and mimosas. Isn't that a song? I don't know. Okay. So it says heat a tawa, which is an Indian style of pan. It has more flat sides for it. Place the flattened bread for just 10 seconds until the color changes slightly. Flip it over. Do that with the other side until we finish all of the doughs. And then after that, we have to cut it into semicircles. But I don't think we're gonna do that step. So it says, if you like the folding method, you need to flatten the dough into rectangles. So I think we're gonna do more of that method. Just hopefully they show how to do this in the recipe. Make a cone out of the rectangle sheets. So you bunch it up like a cone, and then you fold it over and just flip the top part. Is pretty sure how we're gonna do this, but like I said, it's gonna be a lot easier to play around with this once it's just a little bit more firm. Front row tickets to the gun show. Bachelor, how are you, man? Paradian. Cooking, yeah, what is going on here? This is something new. I've got good energy. Yeah, it's been a good day, man. Great start to the week. Fill with meat and deep fry. Yes, Matt. I mean, no, why would I do that for you? We're fighting. Pan's not quite hot yet, but we can bring our cooled samosa mixture over. So what this is onions, ginger, and garlic fried up with some Indian style spices. So I think we did garam masala, turmeric, cumin, coriander, and maybe just a little bit of cayenne for heat. And then I cooked off the chicken carcass and the wings on the grill on Friday, pulled the meat off of there, and that's what we mixed in. So it's just chicken and potatoes, but other options for add-ins for your samosa can be peas and also carrots if you want. But I didn't have either of those things on Friday, so we're keeping it simple. But believe me, there's gonna be lots of veggies going on later. Samosas are easier than dumplings. With dumplings, you close and seal with one hand. Yeah. Imagine, I can't. There's no way. But it is one of my favorite things to go watch. Is to go to a traditional Chinese restaurant and just watch whoever. It's usually like the little old ladies or men just rolling all the dumplings in the back. So good. Okay, this feels pretty hot. Let's get a little testy test going. We'll see if it takes 10 seconds. I'm gonna say maybe a bit more. Oh, maybe not actually. So look how fast that's cooking. So it just started to kind of go more translucent. Maybe we want the whole piece of dough to be that color. Maybe I'll flip it back over real quick. And look at how quick it firmed up as well. Nice. So look at that now. She ain't gonna fall apart. Awesome. That's so easy. It's gonna shrink a bit. Yeah, we'll see. We might even just bring the corners in and fold it like that. Oh, there's a couple different ways that we can do this. Kind of stretch this out. The ghost adventures thing. You just have an interest in the paranormal. See, I don't really. Not a fan of it. Are these going to be big? Yeah, they're going to be pretty small. I'd rather have a couple small ones than like one big one. And like Optrix said, it's going to cook quicker and more evenly than putting a lot of filling in a big piece. Judgment-free channel. Yeah, you guys can only judge me. Try and pull this guy a little bit more. Sometimes it's good to just let the gravity do the work too. And we don't want holes in the dough either. Kind of see when I put it on here, I can stretch it out a little bit on the edges to make it thinner. So that works all right too. I think I'm just going to turn the pan down to medium. So we are just getting a little bit of golden brown here. I don't think that's what we want. The only ghost I like is Ghost Peppa. Yes, Thunder. Okay, pull this out again. Place it in. We can kind of shape it better that way. I like it. It's getting easier. Oh, I do like the Patrick Swayze Ghost movie. And we watched that so many times in school. It's actually a good one. It doesn't matter, you fit in here. Oh, you're happy Matt told you to come watch. Thanks, Nike. I appreciate those kind words. Death, my man, what's up? You know what? You're better late than never. Get off my man. It's a competition, Matt. You want to be a mod, but you don't want to do anything. I don't know how that works, Matt. Now this one looks really good. You're making loaded mashed potatoes. So good. I love those little bubbles when we flip it over. Look, you can almost see through it. Okay, this one is, we definitely need to stretch out. Guys, we only have 2 minutes left on the dessert. Okay, second last one. Then we can do some folding or rolling. All of the power with no responsibility. Maybe you'll be a guard dog and bark at everyone. I like it. Yay! We did it! It's samosa time! More like a chihuahua. You guys are so bad to each other. Most ferocious, irritating thing. Accurate. I don't know how people can have chihuahuas. No offense if anyone has a chihuahua. Cheers, Death. Just drinking an iced coffee here. Okay, so now we want to figure out how to fold these things up. Oh, and it says we have to make just a little paste with some flour and water to help seal this. Which is fine by me, because I was wondering, I was like, how is this going to stick together? It seems pretty dry. Oh, look. Let's check this. Check it. See what's going on in here. Yum. Well, that looks pretty alright to me. I don't know, let's pull it up a bit. I think it can go a touch more. It's not like really golden brown on top yet. It doesn't really look like it's changed. So let's do that extra 5. And then I think we're good. Gotta get those toasted oats. We'll just move that off of the heat so it can cool down. Okay, so here's my flour. I'll just put a touch of water in there to make a sort of paste. You're a Taco Bell rep. Hey Steampunk, how are you? Oh, you're actually allergic to most dogs? Aw. I'm sad. You worked at Taco Bell years ago for a couple of years, and I've never worked in a chain restaurant. I just don't think I would be able to do it. Being told what to cook by a computer. You can't tie me down like that. I've got a mind of my own. Okay, that looks good. I mean, we might have to end up making a bit more. But let's make a little bit less to start. That way we won't waste any. You had to give up your Afghan. Oh, those dogs are so nice. Friendly giants. Your younger sister asked why they couldn't give you away. That is so sad. I'm reading and using a computer to cook. No, Matt. All of my worst fears have come to life. Hypocrite. Okay, the chicken is just on top here. So let's just mix this up evenly. And I like to keep the chicken in bigger pieces. It's nice meaty chunks. And don't worry, guys. We still have to grill off the other tandoori chicken that we prepped. We still got legs and breasts. So even if you only got a couple pieces of chicken in here, totally okay. And maybe we'll say that's good for the amount of filling needed. Just washing my hands off so I don't get our wrapper dirty. Give you a close-up of the samosa. Woohoo! It looks lovely. Okay, so obviously this edge is weird. So I think we're gonna like fold it in here. I don't know if maybe we can like sew it together with the paste and then somehow bring the other sides in. I don't think they're gonna look very nice though. Being honest with you guys. Let's put some paste over here. Get our first side sealed. Just kind of bring that in. And we'll press it so it sticks, which actually, that was relatively easy. Cooking Matrix. Flavor combinations by IBM's Watson. Crazy. Sammy.
Oh.
Did you guys make some extra stops or something?
Yeah, we need a couple extra stops.
Okay. I was like, they should be home.
Like an hour ago.
Yeah. So what do we want to do, guys? And we will have to adjust our filling as well as we build this. Do you think this is a good way to do it? Or do we just do it this way? I'm really not sure of how to go about this right now. Just spread some paste on. See where it takes us. Feels like a glue almost. There is your man. In-dog, what's going on? Okay. There's our bars. Dunzo, or at least they should be. Oh God. That looks good, guys. Yum. Okay, we just gotta let that cool. We can turn our oven off for now. Put that there. And let's fold this guy. First method is easier. I mean, I know it said to make it into a cone, but this one's not really rectangular. Okay, what they do is they do this, fold it over, do that. This is not going to look that good. We'll try a couple different ways. Oh God. So squeeze it until it stays. You really don't want this to come apart in the fryer. Honestly, I might just like close it up like this little triangle. Just cut it off on there. So we just need to put some paste on the middle part here. Yeah, I know we're probably throwing out some of the wrapper. I can see now why people say way easier to just buy them because it's way more consistent, right? But I think that's okay. As long as it's all sealed and there's no holes, that'll be our first one. If we need to cut it in half for like presentation wise, then we will. Which so far it's looking like we'll have to. Samosas. They got the best of me, guys. Yeah, it's dinner. Posh's dinner. Like maybe we'll just fold these in half like that and trim what we have to. So let's put some paste down on only 2 of the sides. You can use your fingers, get a little bit messy. Something like that. And we'll put our little bit of filling. Definitely looks like we need less than more here. Crazy glue, yeah. Seal that up. And whatever this side is, we can just trim that little end piece off. Right there. So it's like a little bit more similar to a triangle. So bad. Or should we do the cone method? Where we go like that and just close the top part. So then we only need to paste there. This is how it goes, guys. You just have to keep trying different ways until you find what works the best. Give that a press down so it seals. But look, you don't want the hole at the bottom either. That has to be super tight. Put a little bit of paste in there. And then obviously as they sit here, they'll kind of dry up. That little piece, trim. And now we got a little pocket to fill. That's a great way to do it, I think. That's a lot better. Who can we blame? Liz. Let's blame Liz. This reminds you of Mexicans, so similar. Do Mexicans make little pockets like this? At least I think we can get a lot more filling in this way. Obviously, you don't want to overstuff it again. You just need enough space at the top to seal it off. stay in there. Kudos to people that make their own samosas. I thought this would be so much easier than what it's turning out to be. Now I can see why people buy them pre-made. But that does look a lot like the best compared to the other two that we just made. So maybe we'll try that method. A dodecahedron? What? When was my power restored on Friday? Thunder, not until 8:30 p.m. Oh, that one's gonna be good. Okay, this method is good. So we'll put our paste all along the side here. And just roll it up. Make sure you press down the bottom part of the cone. We do want it quite large inside. So just kind of adjust how much space you give when you're creating that cone. Boom. All sealed up, ready to fill. Empanadas. Oh, that's true. See, that's another one I've not made yet, mister. Still something I have yet to make. I'm gonna think you're weird. Nah. I mean, we're all a little bit weird. Gotta accept that. So we can also do the little fold over. Make a little pocket if there is enough room. So we can just put the paste right there on those two edges. And what do we have left? 4 left, so we're halfway. Hopefully this is not too boring for you guys. Tom, how are you? Flip it over and give it a good press down, and that way we won't really make any holes. Sweet. These are artisan samosas, guys. Artisan. Chilean recipe for empanadas. That sounds good. Okay, so how should we do our cone this time? I think this way. Like there. So we'll do our paste on this edge. And we will just have to make a little bit more, I think, for our last 3. We're running a tad low. And then also just a touch of the paste down here where your seam's gonna be. Hey Dan, how are you? This looks like a walking taco without the bag of chips. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Press your bottom seam and your side. We got our cone again. This is getting better. The chili's almost done polished. Nice. You fried the ground beef, put it aside, sauteed mushrooms, onion, carrot, celery, garlic, then added your tomatoes, blended all of it in a food processor, and put it back with beans, beef, and spices. That sounds so good. Nice and healthy. Okay, get our seam here. We'll do our little fold over again. And I just have to make a touch more of the paste to finish these off. 20 minutes till you're done with work. Nice, Matt. I could make a killer pizza. Oh, I make some good pizzas, man. And once again, we'll just flip this over. Let the gravity do the work. Make sure it's all sealed. Okay, touch more flour here. And some water. The kitchen is a mess. Making chili like you would for kids. The roommate's too picky. Man, simple is typically better anyways. These are gonna be fried in dog. You're gonna get them really nice and crisp. Just need a touch more flour in here. Paper airplanes, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're pretty close to it. Okay. I think we should do it this way. See, now we got the hang of it. It's getting easier every time. Can you come over? Sure, man. Do it up. They're gonna be good. I really hope so. Definitely have to work on this dough recipe. I don't know. I'm not like feeling 100% on them, that's for sure. So we'll do our little fold over on the top again. You need help with the pizza dough. Oh yeah, Polish. I saw your message this morning. Just never got back to you yet. And I do have a good recipe for you. So I'll make sure that I message it to you after the stream. You were hoping for that answer. Yeah, we have a pot full of oil already. We just gotta heat it up. Okay, 2 left. Okay, this one. I don't know how I feel about this one. It's kind of weird. Should we just do like a rectangular one and see how it ends up? That's probably the easiest for this shape. Play around with it. See what you like the best. $3 if I rub food on Sam's face. I don't think it's worth it, man. I don't think so. Pizza dough tips would be nice. You don't know how to make pizza. Oh no, guys. Well, it depends what type of pizza you want, first off. And then we can pick a dough recipe that works. Okay, that looks great. Press it down. You can actually make pizza dough in a food processor. I believe it. Okay, there's our little rectangular one. And then this one we should be able to make into a cone again. Maybe we'll do it this way. Yeah. Thanks for the bits, Sam. So he gives me bits anyways. By DiGiorno. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. Mushroom pepperoni, yum. barbecue pizza, like barbecue chicken. And veggie pizza. Yay. Do a cylinder one. Like this one, Thunder. I don't think a cylinder would work. I think all the filling would fall out in the fryer. Okay. I'm just gonna trim this up to square it off. And the last bit of paste to seal. Glue. I was gonna say edible glue, but too many people have eaten glue. So I'm pretty sure it's already edible. You're leaving for the night. 14 minutes. Yeah, everyone behave. The final press down. It's the final press down. Cannoli samosas. I swear it would just fall apart though. Okay, we need just a touch more paste there. It's holy. We don't want it to be holy. Chat is our love child. You're crazy, Matt. Okay. I think we'll just put these onto a plate. And maybe into the fridge so they can kind of firm up before we go to fry them later. And then I believe our next step is going to be grilling off the chicken and getting it ready to bake in the oven. And then I think we'll move on to making our saag paneer. So we just have to fry some cheese off for it. And then that's a really quick process for us to put together later on. So we just need to cook up some greens first. Okay, so we got 8 samosas. Used up like 3/4 of the filling. The first one. Like, what is this even? Boom. And we need a little wipey wipe here. I made a mess. Maury stories. You're watching Maury. That's probably all that's on TV right now anyways, I'm sure. Okay, so we got that left for filling, which is totally okay to like eat on its own as well. Put that away. Put our flour away. And now we are caught up. Shabam. Do I know who Mike Dillon is? No. This past weekend you discovered an album that you played on in the mid-1990s. What? You were not part of the band, but they asked you to lay down some keyboard parts. Cool. Sideshow Bob, seriously? That is awesome. Okay, let's just take this out. So we have a little bit more room here. This is what we're using for our chicken. And our strawberry bars are just cooling. So let's turn this guy on. I would say medium-high heat still. And we're gonna spray some non-stick spray in, or you could also use vegetable oil and just rub down the grill parts. And that way the chicken won't stick. because there is yogurt in the marinade, and I find that it likes to stick and burn really quickly. So it's always good to really oil up your grill before you go to cook it. Just prepping the chicken. I think we'll have to dry it off a little bit. Maybe take a little bit of the marinade off. See what we're working with here. So we'll need some paper towel. And then to finish this chicken off, I think it will take close to 15 minutes in the oven. I'm kind of rubbing the marinade off as I take it out of the bag because the flavor has already been absorbed. And I find that if you leave too much marinade on, it just burns, which is a shame. So we'll kind of pat this off once it's all out of the bag. And we still have to add our salt and pepper onto here. So because we let this sit overnight, we didn't add our salt and pepper right away, just in case it made it too salty. And this is definitely a little bit messy. Gonna give my hands a little washy wash. And whenever you go to sear something, you also want it to be nice and dry. You don't want too much liquid on there because then it's not going to sear. Because it's going to take the pan too long to get that liquid to evaporate. So that's why we always pat our whatever meat off before we go to fry it. Just want to make sure that it's fully covered with this skin as well. Because letting that brown up is going to create all of the flavor that we want. Hey Viyun, how are you? Welcome in. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now just our S&P. Where's your sub badge? I don't know. And then once our pan starts smoking, we can start to cook this. Viyun! Woohoo! 4 months already, man. Thank you so much for resubbing. 4 months in. Who knows what the future is gonna give us, hey? Thank you for all of the support. And I love that you are in Germany and can relate to some of the food that I cook. Always a good time having you in here, man. And you cook some amazing food, I will say that. That papanache just blew my mind. Oh, pan is almost starting to smoke. Go quicker. How does salt preserve the meat? Yeah, exactly, Matt. It draws out the moisture. Because anything that has moisture allows bacteria to grow. Okay, there we go. Going in. We're going over. You're trying coq au vin. Such a good meal. Maybe we'll only do a couple pieces at a time. So let's do the chicken breasts first. We'll go skin side down. And that will also kind of help this not to stick if we use the fatty side first. I don't know if this can fit right there. I think so. Maybe not. Maybe we'll do this. And all we're doing is marking the skin with the grill marks. But we can go pretty dark. The darker we go, the more flavor it will have. So this is going to take a good couple of minutes, I think. Let's just center this over the heat. And I'm going to go for my other bathroom break. You guys know I had coffee, so there might be an extra one. Make sure the chicken doesn't do anything funny. Bye, Matt. Have a good night, man. Thanks for chilling with us. Be right back. 20 seconds. Hey, let's check it. Look at that sizzle. Going for a bathroom break. Time to bounce. You almost made a joke too dirty for chat view. Really? So if it doesn't peel off the grill nicely, she ain't ready. Can't force it. So I think while those are cooking, let's finish decorating our bars. Let's do it. I think I'm just gonna cut around the parchment here so we can just work a little bit easier. Give it a little trimsy. Bam. They look really good. I'm sure when they cool off, it's going to be so nice and crunchy. So to decorate, I have some dark chocolate ganache here that we're just going to soften up and then drizzle over top of this. And then, remember these meringues that I made? So they're still crunchy. I thought I would crumble that on top for some more crunch because this looks a little bit soft. So those are my two additions today. And it's also two things that have to get used up. Oh, look at that guy. Yum. This other one is not quite ready yet though. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, she is. But we just don't want to rip that skin. Yum. Beauty. Do I know what a royal chocolate is? I have never heard of it. Royal chocolat. Let me look it up. That looks so good. I think you should make it, Bune. That looks like heaven. Do you hear the crow outside? There is a crow cawing outside. And then the chicken's gonna be transferred onto this pan after it's been marked. So let's just line the bottom quickly with some foil before that chicken is ready to come out. That way it's an easy wash up later on. You didn't hear the crow at all? I swear that's what you were referring to. That is weird. There we go. Okay, now on with the chocolate. To 30 seconds. Okay, let's check this underside here. Be careful. Almost there. You wouldn't know how to stream that. Just do it over a couple of days, Bune. So prep for the first day and then finish it off on the second day. Thanks, Thule. How are you today? Okay, I think we got that consistency I'm looking for. It's drizzleable. But first, it's time to take these chickens off and get on with the leg. Awesome. The other side is perfectly seared. Move over, chocolate. The chicken's coming in. Same with that guy. Now I think I'll just do a little scrape. And another spray down. I know it's smoking a bunch. I'll just turn my hood fan up a little bit. But this would be doing the same if you were grilling outside. There we go. Nice, slow, medium heat. I'm doing good, Thule. Thanks for asking. Okay, let's get into drizzling. They're going to be oatmeal bars. Yeah, I found this recipe this morning because Liz asked for something strawberry. And we have some strawberry rhubarb pie in the fridge that we got yesterday. So I wanted something maybe a little bit more healthy. Okay, that's what we're looking for. So you can easily drizzle it over top. I always like to go kind of diagonal. Got nice long drizzles. You can put as much or as little chocolate as you want. I think I'm good with that because we still want to see the strawberry. And then our meringues, kind of crumble it over top. So they are still crunchy. if you can hear that. And because there's not too much sugar in these bars, thought we can bump it up with this little bit of crunch. You're so jealous of the strawberries. Yeah. Gotta take full advantage of them while they're in season. It's surprising how much the flavor changes when they're not in season. It's like you will notice it. And this is just my little variation of a topping. Some nuts would be good too. Like pistachios would be great on top of this. Or even toasted almond. I think it's time to flip our chicken legs. Beauty. And that's it, guys. So I'm gonna put this into the other fridge to finish cooling off, and then we will cut into this later on before we get into dinner. It's like you have to eat oranges in the winter. They taste way better. Exactly. Okay, be right back. And look at this chicken breast for a sec. Am I American or Australian? I'm actually Canadian. I don't know, guys. I think the smoke detector actually might go off today. I just cranked the window open. Pretty smoky. I'm gonna turn this extra fan on. Get it venting over there. Yeah. And I think this chicken is ready to come off anyways. Beauty. Okay, let's get that off of there. Push it to the back. That way all the smoke will stay under the vent. Check it. That's exactly the grill marks we're looking for. So if you're gonna grill that outside, that's what you want. You can see how the skin kind of crisped up. It's nice and shiny. Death, thanks for the gift to Stream Elements. Tier 2, now we can use the other emote, hey? Thanks, man. The pan does a really good job. I don't use it often. Let me just do some. Okay, we're good. No alarms will go off. The stuff that I do in a home kitchen. Shake my head sometimes. Okay, so these can just sit out. What do we got for time? 4:40. We'll definitely be cooking them in less than an hour. It's always good to bring your meat up to room temp before you go to cook it. And that way it'll just cook a lot more even compared to it being cold in the middle and a little bit warmer on the outside. So we can just let those come to room temp and then they'll go in the oven. Okay, I will. Oh, you're getting yelled at by Stream Elements. I will try and edit it after the stream, Death. Thanks for the gift, though. Okay, we will just put this over here. And then next up, I think we will fry our cheese. And then we're pretty much done with all of the prep. And then we just have to cook the greens for the saag paneer, bake our chicken, and deep fry our samosas, which we can get the fryer going pretty soon here, because it will take, I would say, 20-ish minutes to heat up on the stovetop. Just want to clear some of this smoky chicken out of here. And this pan can come away too, and since we only did flour in it, I'm just gonna wipe it out. You're playing Fortnite. Hilarious. Beth's hitting all of the keys. There we go. She's still nice and clean. We'll use this same burner since it's already hot. So that already has the peanut oil in it from Friday. So I'm gonna use peanut oil to fry off the cheese and make the saag paneer. And I have not cooked with peanut oil very often. So this is new for me. And I thought it would complement all of the flavors of tonight's meal really, really nicely. Have I ever used the big machete on the right on the stream? Yeah. When did I use it? The other day when I was cutting up beef. What did we make on stream? But I remember that because somebody said something. And it's actually called a scimitar. Yeah, I used it quite recently. Last week at some point. Okay, so let's get our oil heating up again. We'll go a nice medium heat. We just kind of want to brown the outside of the cheese. We don't want it too dark though. And this is what we're looking at. So I cut little 1-inch cubes. I'm not sure if you guys have had paneer before, but it's very firm. Very similar to like a halloumi style cheese. So this is why it's good to fry it, because it won't just melt and fall apart. You can actually color the outside without it just melting everywhere. And I just have this bowl here for when it comes out of the oil and to just drain some of that excess fat off of there. You don't really need this lid. That can go aside for now. I know there's a lot going on in here today. We'll set that there. I think that will be awesome there. And we just need a slotted spoon. So you don't want to scoop a bunch of the oil out with the cheese when we go to drain it. You want something where you can drain the oil out of the bottom. Okay, finally clearing out with the smoke. Turn that guy back down. Vesperka, thank you. Cutting the shank. Yeah, what was I cutting? I think I was cutting a brisket, wasn't I? Let me look back. Now I'm curious. Is paneer a cow's milk cheese? Yeah. So it is actually quite simple to make. And the recipe here that is on the one that I'm using says 8 cups of whole milk, so something around 3%, and then just a 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice. So you just bring the milk up to a boil, put the lemon in, and it's going to make the curds, and then you just strain it in cheesecloth overnight. So obviously you want to put it into a mold, something rectangular, or even round is fine, so that it can set in a nice shape. And that way it's easier to cut into consistent sizes. I never made this stuff though, I bought it, but I do want to try making it. It seems very, very simple. Oh yeah, beef stroganoff. Stroganoffski. With the what? The spätzle. Okay, as soon as this oil's wavy, we can start to fry the cheese in batches. But you definitely want it hot before you put the cheese in so it doesn't stick. Each culture has their own unique matzah. Yeah, so it's kind of like a ricotta as well. It is interesting, hey? Is cheese can be so simple to make. You missed the first hour and a half, dang. Okay, we're just starting to smoke. Let's put some of this stuff in. And you always want this to be very dry. If it's wet, it will splash you. So maybe we'll get the splash guard just in case. You never know. And just be very careful. Always drop it away from you. Craziness. Definitely want the splatter guard. So we'll let that go for a couple seconds. Give it a little stir to kind of fry it on the other side, and then we'll take it out of the pan. Miss Chrissy, thanks for the follow. I swear you were already following me. Unless something happened. That splattering though. Scary, scary sound. So just be careful when you stir it. But look at how dark it's getting already. But it's not sticking. Or at least not really. Try and flip it onto a different side from what you started with. Sammy. Hype, hype, hype. We broke the hype, guys. There's too much hype. It can't keep up. It was a mistake. Oh, nice, Sammy. Oh, that's a lunchbox? Okay, this seems like it's cooking pretty fast, so we'll watch it.
There we go.
Nice.
Between when your dad talked like that 8 years.
That was a present for you?
No.
You bought it?
Yeah, it was on sale.
Nice.
It was $70 off.
Okay, guys, nice golden brown on almost all sides. You want to scrape out the brown bits, otherwise that's going to burn, and it's not going to make your oil taste very good. So always start with a clean oil after every batch. And this looks so good. Like, how can you go wrong with fried cheese? You can't. That's the answer. Okay. Drops another handful in. We can do more than what we did last time. There is a coffee if you want here, Sammy. And if not, I'll put it in the fridge.
Yeah, I love it.
He will have it. And once again, just destroying the stovetop.
Destroyed.
Hey! And I think at 5 o'clock is when we'll turn on the deep fryer. So as soon as our paneer is done frying. Let's check it. It's so hot. It hurts. My eyes when I'm frying is like this. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten an oil splatter in your eye. Not fun though. Not a thing. Okay, and then after this, all we gotta do is make up our chickpea batter because it has to rest for about 20 minutes to half an hour before we use it. Stand back. I'm gonna try a piece of this. This really crispy one right here. We broke the hype. So this cheese is pretty bland. Like it's not salty at all compared to halloumi, which probably makes it really nice to cook with. Because then you can really control how salty your dish is going to be. Okay, the last round going in. Careful. I don't want it to stick together. Oh, it burns. It's okay, Death. We'll figure it out after. Posh! Food truck in the near future. Yeah, I was talking to Chef about that yesterday, and he's rooting for us. He thinks the food truck would be a really good idea. And I agree. Burnt cheese and extra toasty cheese are your favorite flavors. That and tacos, yeah. Toasted or like melted and burnt cheese, so good. Hey, one more stir. And then we can save the leftover oil to fry the greens in afterwards. So it was all part of the plan. Oh God, he escaped. Yeah, of course it's a good idea. Yeah, if you already have the staff, that's the hardest part, is finding people that you trust to cook your food. Elements just died. We killed them. Yeah. Destruction. Okay, that's good for this. we'll take this pan off and get a little cleanup on our stove top. What have we done? What have we done? Maybe I'll just put that pan on top of here for now. Getting a quick workout in, then getting ready for your own stream. Sounds good, dude. Bye, Polish. Thanks for the resub. That is much appreciated, and you know that. And I'm excited to cook the Labrador Sunday dinner for you. The stove has seen better days. Frying food, I mean, unless you have a commercial deep fryer, not a very clean process. Like, at all. And just be careful when you're wiping, because this burner is still hot. There we go. Mini cleanup. Yay. Okay, cheese can come out. Not too hot. And now I'll bring the pot over to that spot. And this is filled halfway with oil. And what we're looking for temp-wise is around 350 to 375 Fahrenheit is the best frying temperature for what we're doing today. Hand wash dishes or dishwasher. Always stuff the dishwasher full, and then I just typically hand wash whatever doesn't fit in there. And what we want to do for our fryer is put a thermometer on the side of the pot. Whether it's a candy thermometer or like this one is pretty old school, but it's like a deep fryer / candy thermometer. And that way we'll really be able to tell the temp of our oil. So just hook it on there somewhere safe. And then the probe actually sits like right in the middle of the oil, so that'll give you the most accurate temp. Yeah, RIP Stream Elements. RIP. Okay, while that is heating, let's make our chickpea batter for our veggies, and then we can prep the broccoli if it needs to be cut down a little bit. But I know the squash are the right size. And all I'm going to do is wash out our paneer bowl. We're getting a little short on bowls. And today on Cake Stream, we use all of the bowls. Dry it out. Good to go. Indian food, yeah. You hate hand washing a pan you use grease in. Oh yeah, you always got to do that pre-rinse. Okay, what we need for our batter: 1 cup of chickpea flour, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, which is going to help it stay really crispy, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. That's going to help it fluff up a little bit, get a little bit bubbly. And then some salt. And it says a cup of warm water. So I typically do like ice water, almost like a tempura. I've never made batter with warm water. So I don't know if that's a thing with the chickpea flour. It must be. Elvin, you're back. And so this is the bag I have, and it's actually called chana flour. And you typically find it in the Indian food section of the store. And we just need a cup of this. I'm just going to do 2 half cups. Made from chana dal, exactly. And it can get quite lumpy if you let it sit. So maybe that's why we're doing warm water. But maybe I can also recommend sifting it. But I think I'll just break it up with my hands. Essentially like chickpeas, yeah. So dried chickpeas that have been ground. We can put that away. And also our whole wheat flour can go away. Miss Chrissy, what? Twitch Prime sub 2 months in a row. Thanks, Chrissy. Always lovely having you in here. Thanks for the continued support. 2 months flying by. Must be having fun. Toiling away so you can make delicious food. Love it, Elvin. I liked all your stories this weekend. Actually, you know what I'll use? I'm just gonna break it up with my whisk. It's probably our best option here. Coming up on 10,000 bones. Dare you gamble them? Do you dare? Instant. How are you? You'll take an order of samosas and fritters. Yeah, I would totally give you some. Vioon, you did it. You have seen what happens, yeah. The sadness that ensues. I don't know if this is working very well. Just kind of punch it down. I find that's easier. All of your stories. Yeah, I loved those Discord stories. Join the low rank club. The recovery. Nice, Elvin. You went from 12.5K? That's how much you lost, Vian? Your winning streak is 1 win. Okay, I think that's broken up enough. I think the rest will just dissolve when we mix the liquid in. You can't gamble. Yeah, there is a cool down. Okay, let's measure our cornstarch. It's a 1 minute cool down. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. That sounds like a lot, hey? Those even tablespoons. Everything in moderation. Yeah, this isn't Vegas, guys. You won. Boom. There we go. We're looking good. Okay. I'm gonna close down some of these windows now. The host is weirdo. Now onto our baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons. The roulette table is hot. handle poverty. Yeah. It's a free-for-all. There we go. And what are we at on our fryer? So we're only at 160. So we still have a ways to go. And now our salt. So half a teaspoon of salt. You always want to make sure you season your batter. And always typically season fried food after it comes out of the fryer. So it can get pretty bland just with the amount of fat it gets cooked with. A couple cracks of pepper. I think I'd rather do the black pepper than the cayenne. What are chickpea fritters? So I'm making a chickpea batter and then just dipping vegetables in it. So here is the recipe. Chickpea batter, fried veggies. You lost every single one. See? You got carried away. And then 1 cup of warm water. And then we're just gonna whisk this until it's smooth. You don't want any lumps. And this is a really great gluten-free option for deep frying if you're ever concerned with that, or if you're cooking with someone that can't have wheat flour. Chickpea flour is quite nice. You can even add some herbs into this batter too. Look at it puff up. This is awesome. All of those bubbles. Oh yeah, like your sister, exactly. So there you go, Optrix. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now we just have to let that sit for minimum 20 minutes, max 30. And I think that's just so the chickpeas can absorb all the liquid, because different flours absorb the liquid at different rates. So this must be more similar to like almost a corn flour, where it takes a lot longer than wheat flour. How did the samosas turn out? They look okay. I haven't fried them yet, but they are all sealed up. I think they'll be fine. And so for the rest of our saag paneer, show you guys some of the ingredients. So I have 4 cloves of garlic here that have to be minced, 1 red chili, and some ginger that I chopped last stream. I got better at filling and sealing them. Yeah, they are so bad the first couple. And then just some finely chopped onion. So that will get fried together with some spices before we put the greens into the pan. So this is kind of a basis of most Indian recipes, is frying onions and aromatics with the spices. And that's how they make everything so flavorful. We can just put that by the cheese. And now let's get into our broccoli. We just want bite-sized pieces so that you can eat them really easily. Pop them in your mouth. You're going to the moon. T-minus 30 seconds. Oh man, Nike. And then guys, let you guys check out this. So there's our baby squashes that we'll use. Look at this one, kind of got dried up. I don't know if it's still good, to be honest. I think I'm gonna ex-nay that guy. He's just too mushy. And then here's our artichokes. So we're gonna try and fry these whole. They did get pretty dried out, but that's probably even better for frying. And then if we look on the inside, it's still nice and moist. So we'll try one and see how we feel. See if it crisps up enough. Otherwise, we just won't waste our time. So let's bring out all of the bite-sized pieces first, and we can cut everything else accordingly. And if you see any dark spots on the florets, obviously cut that off. And broccoli I thought would be really nice to coat with the chickpea batter as well. The broccoli and the squash, using stuff up. A keef caked cone? What are you getting into? Okay, where are we at, Fryer? 2:15. Now we're going. Just pile our broccoli into this pan with the artichokes. There's no sense making more dishes. And we are well on our way, guys. So maybe we should start to set up some plating. We're gonna have some fun with the plating today. We're gonna use a wooden board and maybe some little mason jars to hold our dipping sauces. And this we can just bring over to the fryer. So this is what I picked, and I thought that would hold the samosas and the chickpea fritters nicely. But I'll just do 2 different sauces. We might actually have time to quickly whip up some mint chutney. Hey Stinky, how are you? So there's our 1 jar. And these are half-cup jars, so not very big at all. Hi, girl. You saying hi? She says hello. So this tangy tamarind chutney is actually quite nice. I want to try it again for the first time and see if I think it'll pair nicely or if we have to kind of change any flavoring.
Deep fryer oil hot?
Don't. What is he doing?
You tell a funny story.
You want to smoke one with me? No, I'm good, Nike. Death would ensue. Sammy would, though. Okay, let's get a little tasty taste of this. Oh, she's thick. It's like sweet and spicy. So if you guys have ever had tamarind, it's quite sour. It's like sweet and sour. But there are some chili flakes in here. I think that's good just how it is. I don't think we need to change that today. Which is good, because then we will have time to do our stuff. So let's fill one of these. I don't think we have to go super full. Just enough so everyone can get a little dip in it. But this would also be good with the tandoori chicken. So we'll go like 2/3 full, and then we can just put a little spoon in there. Hey Mies, how are you? Oh, that's a nice way to have tamarind. What's up? I don't know why you're cream curdled.
What, ice cubes in it, that's it.
Oh, there's a little bit of chocolate ganache. That's probably what it is. Butter.
There you go. So it is.
Butter.
Yeah, it is.
There's something wrong. Sammy's like, what did she do now? And this is what these little spoons are great for. So there's that. I'm good, knees. How was your weekend? The old George Washington Days version of ketchup? No. What's that? What is that? Okay. Here's our butter chicken sauce. It's thick. She be thick, so we might have to thin it out with a bit of water, but I'm not gonna heat it up until right before we eat. We can take it out now. Let it come up to temp, and then we just gotta make a little bit of mint chutney. I think we got time for that. Do a little bit of organization for a sec. So here is our massive bowl of greens that's gonna get cooked down, and then we'll put our fried paneer in after this is cooked down really, really well. So I'm guessing this will take around 15 minutes to cook as well. You loved it. It was great. Good, knees. Mine was really good too. Thanks for asking. Fam, how are you? Thanks for the 100 biddies. You're eating while watching this. You're good then, Thunder. Things are well. Busy as always. But busy in a good way. Let's get our grill pan out of here. Gotta make some room on that stove top. There we go. Okay, mint chutney. Let's look up a quick recipe, and hopefully I can do it in the blender, or even by hand is totally okay. Spicy mint chutney, cilantro mint chutney. I think that's the good one. Have I cooked with less common winter squash before? Something other than pumpkin, acorn, butternut, or spaghetti? I don't think so. But the farm has a lot of different squash growing, so I'm pretty excited to take those home and cook with some new varieties. Okay, looking at this recipe right now, guys. I'll just quickly post it in chat. Let's see what kind of ingredients we need. Yogurt, lemon juice, cilantro, mint, jalapeno, ginger, garlic, salt, sugar, water. Does that sound good? It gives a little picture of what you had to deal with back when you started learning to cook. Yeah. You got a good challenge there with your fam. Maybe they challenge you on purpose, though, because they know you're so good. You had to bake off kombucha squash at a place you worked at once. It's so hard, hey? But when it cooks up, it's like butter. Nikki's mic. Thank you. Yeah, it took us a bit to figure out how to get that stove cam up there. Ruined your knife. Oh my gosh. Just roast it whole first is easier. Okay, we're creeping up on 300 here. And I'm gonna preheat our oven as well for our chicken. I'm gonna go pretty high heat though, 400. Actually, let's do 415. And those, like I said, will take around 15 minutes, and they do have to rest for a couple minutes before we eat it. Can we make the mint chutney real quick? So how much does this make? 1/3 of a cup of yogurt. It doesn't make too much. Blend all the ingredients in a blender. I don't know. I feel like this canister is going to be too big. CIA Dark LA, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. We can just do a quick chopped mint chutney. That can be real quick. Okay, let me grab the herbs. We'll just do something simple. I'm just honestly praying that the samosas are not going to fall apart. Nikki's Mike, thanks for the follow as well. Welcome in all our new peeps. Liz, you're here. Okay, so here's our mint. Got a couple different kinds, and then we have some amazing basil leaves that I thought I would fry up as a garnish. Not sure if you guys have ever seen basil fried, but it looks so good. It was like very transparent. And this is all from the garden. So let's do up a bunch of that. You can see that I have a lot of basil, so we gotta use it up. What's better on a burger? Chili and cheese or hash brown casserole and an over easy egg? What? I would probably choose the chili and cheese. Yay, Liz! You're on your way home. Okay, so we got a bunch of pineapple mint here. I don't think we need to make too much of this. Probably that much mint is good. Fryer's at 325. Just gonna kind of level this out a touch. We don't want it to get too hot, so then it'll be hard to cool it off. Pick out some of our cilantro here. Cilantro and mint is always a good combo. And I think even some dill will be nice in here. Maybe we'll do lime. So you gotta pick these real quick. Do a little choppy. What monster would do that to an innocent burger? You're the hash brown casserole and an over easy egg. I think both sound good. I don't know, I'm not huge into eggs on burgers. Like, it looks appetizing, but every time I've eaten it, I've been just like, meh. I think I'd rather not have it. So we're just picking all of our stems out. Watching me and listening to Bob Ross. Epic. There we go. And there is a couple of chives here, so whatever. Let's throw it in. So we'll do the mint separately. Bring the basil over here to the fryer. Okay, coming up to 350. And then once we do this chutney, we'll fry up our basil as a garnish. Totally okay if that sits. It's not gonna get soggy as it sits out. And then we gotta get the base for the saag paneer cooking. Just because we gotta fry those onions up with some of the spices, which typically takes around 7 to 10 minutes. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on, guys, which is why I decided to finish the chicken in the oven, just so I wouldn't have to worry about it on the stovetop. Yeah, we're gonna mince some happy herbs. Happy herbs. It's desynced again. herbs and happy clouds. Yas. I guess we can kind of just mix it up into here. So we know what we're working with. Definitely going to be herb heavy. And then we'll just need an acid and some oil to even it out. Your eyes twitch whenever you hear garlic aioli. Okay, we're coming up on 350, so I'll just turn that down a touch. We're not quite ready to fry. You do want to make fried garlic chips. Just do the fried garlic chips. The hardness of wood is much below that of steel. Yeah. I think I'm okay, Nikki is Mike. I think I'm okay. You have happy herbs and you're not on Mars. Or no, you are at Mars. Nike's gone, guys. We lost him. This smells really good. The dill and the cilantro together. Or the coriander, as some people know it as. Okay, now just a quick little chop of our onions. I'm just gonna cut them in half so that we can chop it quicker. Nice and fine. Hey, helicopter! How are you? Have I ever thought of offering cooking classes? I have. I really want to do that.
That's what the whole stream is for.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of doing a cooking class right now. But it would be cool to have people here in person as I stream as well. Have a little live audience in the background. Okay, there we go. All right, half an hour out, my peeps. Which is really good, I think, for timing. So all we gotta do is deep fry, make our saag paneer, and cook our chicken in the oven. Which all kind of relatively take the same amount of time. You feel teacher vibes coming off of me. I will take that as a compliment. Hey, what are we feeling like putting in here? I'll go grab a lime, and then let's pour in some extra virgin olive oil. Make it a little bit saucy. But it's going to be pretty loose, I think. Check our thermometer. Okay, we're just above 350. We're looking good. Be back in 20 seconds. Give these a little roll. Helicopter, you ate lamb and potato Middle Eastern stew with garlic and coriander naan bread. That sounds amazing. I want some of that. Are we related by blood or law? Law. Let's see.
Neither.
Not yet, but that's way easier to say. I seem like a good friend who would show up with fresh groceries and whip up a meal in their house. Yeah, Chef Raid.
I've done that.
What up? I've actually never done that. I guess Sammy said he has, though.
I've done that.
Canada isn't Utah.
Well, I remember showing up to somebody's house and then having to cook the meal there.
That's true.
Carrot.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Just enough juice to cover. Give that a stir. We might have to add some salt and pepper. But I'm gonna turn on our paneer pan. Get that heating up. Nice little fresh herb sauce. Cool everything off. Just have a little tasty taste. Whoo! That's the sour. You just add a pinch of salt. See what that does to it. Hopefully tames down the acidity. Or I'll just add another touch of olive oil. Is my mint spreading like gangbusters? Oh, it's insane. That's why I kept it in a pot. Because, yeah, it's just growing like crazy now. Okay, that's awesome. Get a nice hint of lime. And obviously, when you chew down, you get all of your nice herb flavors. And the oil is not overpowering. I think that would be great. There's our little plating setup. And Sammy, they say the mic is not syncing to the video.
Yours?
A couple of times already today. I don't know why, but I'm gonna guess it's Twitch.
Yeah, because you haven't dropped a single frame.
Yeah, I haven't dropped any frames, guys. No touch of sugar. I want to. I mean, do you want me to add just a pinch of white sugar? Probably the easiest thing. Let's do it. Because the tamarind chutney is quite sweet. So maybe we need more of that sour aspect. Let's try. Am I using Streamlabs? I was using a bit of both. Oh, maybe that's why. But it's never done this before. It's a bit better, Elvin. Labs has issues at the moment. Okay. All right. This pot's getting hot. That was our oven saying that it's ready for us to cook our chicken. So let's get that in there. We'll set a 15-minute timer. And then we'll take the temperature at that point. This pan is hot, so let's get our onions in there first. A little bit of sizzle action. And then while those cook, we'll fry up our basil. Handy dandy wooden spoon. Actually, no, because I don't want it to get stained. Let's use the spoon that's already stained. Yeah, adds the pinch of sugar, just ruined. Throw it out. Onions are halfway cooked. That's when we can add in the garlic and the ginger. If we add it now, it's just gonna burn really quickly before the onions are fully cooked. So what we can do is pre-mince our garlic, and then I also have a red chili to go in. We're adding a little bit of spice. People would try to eat whatever the smell was coming from. Yeah, what if the dog farted? Yeah, that's what we always say. It's like, do you really want smell-o-vision? Because you gotta take the good with the bad. You would smell it, Nike. Oh my god. Could you smell it though if you're on Mars? That's the question. Harry Potter memes, yeah, the vomit aroma. Okay, that should be it for our garlic. Thanks, fam. You go show Tig Girl some love. She's a pretty new streamer, so she needs that. Thanks for being here for the little bit, though. We are set. Thunder. Man, you gotta tell us that stuff. Thunder had the toots. Okay, give this a little stir. And dare we fry the basil? We just need to prep something with some paper towel so that it can kind of drain off the oil. And whenever you fry herbs, especially when they're fresh, you have to keep in mind that there's water in there. So that might splash up the oil at you. So just be very careful. And we'll probably just use this to kind of save our face from getting destroyed. So we'll throw it all in one big handful, and then it probably only takes around 10 to 15 seconds for it to crisp up. The fryer's at 375. So there's that. You don't want it to turn brown. It should stay really nice and green. And once it kind of stops bubbling, it's ready to come out. So just drain the oil off as best as you can. We lost that one. Ah! And we lost the paper towel. Drain her off. See how transparent they went? Beauty. Okay, this definitely needs a little stir. We'll let the onions cook for a couple more minutes. And then we'll throw our ginger and garlic in. Okay guys, check that out. It looks so cool. Just like this little crispy deep fried leaf. Helicopter, you're gonna go eat? Okay. Now, spices to go into the saag paneer. We have turmeric going in, cayenne, garam masala, coriander, and cumin. So just a little bit of each of those. You can do however much you want. I'll throw in our aromatics here first. Get them frying up a little bit. and we'll start to measure our herbs in. So I'll start with the cayenne. We're just gonna do a pinch of this. Where did I find a sleeveless hoodie? This is actually Under Armour. It's super comfy. So we don't want to make this too spicy. And then the turmeric, we'll do a teaspoon. That'll give us really nice color. Oh, it's starting to smell good. Garam masala. I think I'll just do a teaspoon of each of these. That way nothing will really overpower the other one. And then we're not going to deep fry until we're around 5 minutes up. That's going to be the quickest process here. But it's really good that we have our oil hot and ready.
Everyone's at one.
Okay. That was our cumin, and then lastly our coriander. The sound matches up again, yay! Yeah, it seems like Over Armour. That's true, it is under the apron. It is under the armor. Okay, now we'll stir this up. Now, it's gonna get fragrant in here. If it's not already, Sammy. We'll let those spices toast up for a little bit, and then our next step here, we're gonna add a little bit of water. And then we will add all of our greens. So you need that little bit of water to kind of steam your greens. Otherwise, they do kind of tend to burn when there's just oil in the pan. Level 27, what is going on? Okay, that looks good to me. We don't want our onions to burn. We already created all that flavor. So I think I'll start with a 1/4 cup of water and go from there. Be careful because it is going to sizzle up a bit. Now, our greens. And the greens I'm using is kale and bok choy from the garden here. And we have a really big bowl because they cook down a lot. And I think we'll put the lid on this to kind of steam it. Now I think I'll add another 1/4 cup of water. Give it a quick stir. Let's keep all that steam in there. And we have 5 minutes left on our chicken, and then we will check it at that point. Those are some big knives. Thanks, Jangle. Thanks for the biddies. How are you? Oh, you guys got your TwitchCon badges. Yay, chef. You're going. That is so awesome. How's it going, man? It's just set your cake to cook. Exactly, Elvin. Jangle. Gonna go kill yourself now. Wow. Got aggressive. Real quick.
That went down real fast.
You got your tickets. Congrats, man. That's gonna be such a good time. And we still have around half of the bowl left to add into our saag pan, the saag paneer. So I think I'll add that in a minute or two once that little bit of greens cooks down. 0 to 100 real quick. Suicide is no joke, exactly. Like, what do I even say to that? Let's check it. Nice. So we're keeping it that nice vibrant green color. Ah, what are you doing?
I'm trying to set my heat.
Smells good. Ah! You scared me.
I know.
Okay, let's put the rest in, and then let's fry an artichoke and see what happens. We're playing around today. And then the cheese, the paneer, doesn't go in until the end. You don't really want to overcook it. So let's kind of stir this up one more time. And cover it once more. You really want an Instant Pot for Christmas? Yeah, you know what? I've been using the pressure cooker at work, and it's really fun to use. Never used one before this, but they're so handy. Twitch streamers are generally encouraged to learn how to encourage at-risk viewers to get help. They're either at risk or they're just trolling. So I'd rather just say nothing instead of getting myself in trouble. I'd rather not risk it. Okay, let's pick an artichoke. I think I choose this one. And I have no idea how this is gonna fry up, so we're gonna drop that and put the splash guard right on top of the pot. Sammy, I don't know if you've ever deep fried this.
Have fun.
I'm terrified. Chef, you might be able to help us. Have you ever fried a whole artichoke? It seems pretty dry, so I don't think it's gonna bubble up too much. But we're scared. We're scared, fam. Okay, we're going in. Just drop it and go. Okay, that wasn't scary at all. Okay, we are safe. I'll just hold it down. How long do we fry it for? No one knows. Oh God. Why did I jump? Because I'm scared of hot oil. I have way too many burns. Will it fry? The question we asked ourselves.
There's a good YouTube channel. Will it fry?
Will it fry? I would not want to clean up the mess if it goes over though. How long to fry it? I don't know. That's our chicken timer, guys. So it still looks pretty green in the middle, but let's just drain it and see. I have a couple more here in case we fudge this one up. First though, we'll stir-zy this. Okay, it's cooking down nicely. We'll just let that keep going. Nothing's burning. And let's check our tandoori chicks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anything will fry except water. Oh, hello there. Beautiful tandoori chicken. They're kings of frying everything. Factoid. Okay, let's use our thermometer. Have I ever touched oil Or have I ever touched tongs dipped in fryer oil? Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our leg to check it, we want to go right in the center here, right by the bone, because that's where it takes the longest to cook. So go right in the center there. We're looking for something around 145 Fahrenheit. So this is reading 132. So we have a little bit to go still. And then with our chicken breast, you want to go in the thickest part. So maybe let's go right here. That actually feels like it's done already. Yeah, that's at 150. So we'll take those off to rest. And we'll let the legs go for maybe 2 minutes more. And we can just tent the chicken breast with some foil just to keep it warm, but you don't want to make it super tight because then it will continue to steam. So there's those guys already done. Back in. Thanks, Liz. Let's do 3-minute timer. And we should be good. Yeah, Sammy was done with the fryer, but I guess it was by accident though. His hand slipped into a deep fryer. Terrifying. Jimmy 2 times. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Sir Stroming? What's that, Nike? Canadians are better Scots than Americans. What? Let's check our greens. We're getting there.
It would take us 17 hours to do TwitchCon.
17 hours to drive to TwitchCon?
Yeah.
Holy. I'm just gonna kind of press this down. And I'm not gonna start deep frying until the chicken's out. There's no use starting and stopping because we don't want soggy deep fried food. Sometimes hot oil doesn't burn you too bad because of an air pocket that surrounds your hand in a fryer. Insanity. Yeah, I don't mess with hot oil, guys. I have so many burns already. But I suppose we can just try the artichoke leaf. Not good. We can take out the samosas and get them ready. It's crispy, but it's super tough. Where do I save my oil? So we let it cool, and then we typically use it like 2 or 3 times before we discard it. So after this time, I guess we'll see how dark it gets. If it gets too dark, then we will let it go. But I do have like a 17-liter pail of it, I guess. Hey, let's look at these samosas. Some of them are awesome, some of them are sad, but these ones look really good. So we did like little triangles. Let's check that chicken. love how crispy the skin looks. Some, Jimmy? What's going on? That's a good looking chicken leg. Let's go. Right there. Oh yeah. 154.
How's that new thermometer?
Really good. Really, really good. Let those rest. Now, let's fry that ish up. Let's go, fam. Samosa plus awesome equals so awesome. Love that, Jimmy. So creative. Some awesome. Okay, guys. Oven can come off. I'm gonna mix the paneer into here, and then that's done. You can turn it off and it will just stay hot. Look at that crispy cheese. We'll do the samosas first, and then we'll do the chickpea battered veg. Because anything with a batter gets soggy really quick, whereas the samosas will stay crispy for longer. Okay, we're still sitting at 375. Good to go. We'll do the ugly samosas first and see what happens. Maybe we'll do 4 at a time. And obviously you want them a nice golden brown. You call them samurais, Liz? We're frying the samurais. So these guys, we obviously have to flip them. I don't know if we need to keep them submerged. It's starting to look good. Flip this guy one more time. Definitely feel it's starting to get crispy. And then once again, I'm just gonna line the plate with paper towel that they came off of. I think this one looks the best. Definitely that nice golden brown. I think that's it. And our filling is already cooked, so we're just wanting the outside to get crisp. Hell yeah. Okay, last 4. And then on to the chickpea fritters. You good, guys? Frying technique 7 out of 10. What thunder. You're too high. Oh my god. You guys are wild. Heard a weird noise over there. Take it out on Sammy. Why Sammy? What did he do? Flip this guy. It's all bubbled up. I don't even know if he'll flip over. Matt, you learned something from me. Yay! Elvin did too. I always try and teach you guys the best little tricks and techniques. Liz, I haven't been high since the last time I was high. One more fry on the other side, and then these are coming out. The dough definitely looks really crispy. And it's staying crisp as well. Oh, don't smash the camera. Stay on the plate. All of the things. Check it. Samosas. Now we just need some mimosas. Okay. So look at how much our batter firmed up from what it was before. So I suppose that's why we let it rest. It's nice and thick. It's going to give a nice coating. And I'm going to start with our baby squash. Turn that up a little bit. And actually our fryer's only at 330. So I'm gonna turn our burner up, go take my last bathroom break, and then we will finish Din's. It smells like a deep fryer.
Sure does.
Okay, back up to 350. So I'll just do one squash at a time. Get it evenly coated. Knock any excess batter off and just drop it in there. These will definitely need to get salted after they come out. I know the batter is seasoned, but the squash isn't. drop in a few broccoli as well. And it's pretty cool if you just get the floret and leave the stem out. It crisps up pretty nice. Definitely not a meal to eat if you're on a diet. Deep fried everything. I'm just gonna fry enough to do a plate up, and then I'll finish after the stream. So let's do 5 little broccoli fritters. Give our squash a little turn if they need it. And then, let's go, guys. I know I said everything was gonna happen at once. So, samosas. They are still hot to the touch. Pile them up over here. And then we'll reuse our plate with the towel on it to drain our squash. We're just frying this stuff until it's golden brown. It's quite a nice batter. Give our broccolis a little stir as well. And then, like I said, this needs salt. I'm gonna go with something more fine. Just grind it on. Coming back over. Got our little squashes. Now the brocs. Good to go. Take them all out at once. You don't want to cook this for too long because then it'll just go mushy. So once again, we'll add some salt onto this. And let's do our broccolis on this side. They look amazing. Thanks, Liz. Hee hee. Just playing with our food. And then if we want to, just pile on our chicken over here. And that's our little Indian platter. I think that looks so great. Liz uses up all of the water. Typical. Okay, let's get a broader look here. Okay, so homemade tandoori chicken and potato samosas, chickpea squash fritters, tandoori chicken, broccoli fritters, and then the sauces tamarind chutney and herb chutney. Liz, are you serious with the tip again? 20 bucks? Girl, you are out of control. Love you. Thank you so much. We just want to keep that stuff warm. I just want to slice into this chicken breast for you guys, just to show you how it should be. And we'll do a little testy test, and I'll just take a spoonful of the saag paneer as well. So let's look at how she's cooked. Oh, so juicy still. I don't know if you can see that when I squeeze it, but that is perfect. I'm totally just gonna take a bite of that. So that's been marinated for 24 hours, maybe even a touch more. The yogurt just makes it so tender. Like, just falls apart. Just so good. Do I have a twin or a clone? Nope. And now the best part. The skin. So flavorful. Yeah, it's so good it makes me dance. Okay, quick photo of this platter and then we'll taste. And I'm gonna get my peeps down here, I think, just so it doesn't get cold on them. The feast. Why do I make so much food? Let's cut into this guy. I'm just gonna use this knife. Try and cut it on a bias so you get a little triangle. Let's see. Nice. Well, the pocket's not too big. We got all the air out. It's not falling apart too much. That looks great. Let me give it a taste without any sauce first. Everything's still hot. The potatoes like fall apart tender. So is the chicken. So we know it didn't get overcooked when it went in the deep fryer, because otherwise it would be dry. I'm gonna dip some in the chutney. And then I'll give Sammy a little bite. I'm gonna do the tamarind. You say no? Get your gummo, it's dinner time.
Yeah, I'll wait till dinner.
Yeah, look at this one. Posh, what are you doing? You like Indian food? Okay, now our herb chutney, real quick. It actually really freshens it up. I'm glad that we busted that out. Okay, now just a spoonful of our saag paneer, and that's it, guys. You guys want to request someone to raid? Let me know. That's a hot candle. Okay, so you can see how the spices turned our greens a little bit more yellow. And that happens quite often. I mean, that's kind of hard to control if you're using turmeric. There's our saag paneer, crispy cheese, nicely seasoned greens. Sammy, you want to please just grab the dessert from the other fridge? This is really good. I really like the texture of the cheese. And the greens are really fresh still. The only thing it needs, splash of lemon juice and just a touch of salt. But other than that, I think it's the perfect accompaniment to this. You want to do meat and cheese, Matt, but you don't think shredded would work. I think it would. Okay, Liz, here's the dessert. So we drizzled chocolate on it and crumbled meringue on top. Sammy, I don't know if you want to like guys digging into this because it's gonna get cold. I don't think they have plates though. Right?
Come down.
Okay. Quick little cut into this. Get out of here, chicken and piece of samosa. When I move the camera, the sink goes out. It never did that before. Oh yeah, so our crust hardened up really nicely. These are strawberry oatmeal bars. Oh, all the goo on the knife. So good. Ready? You want to be my neighbor. See, I wish I had better neighbors, but they are so boring. Like that one time that I had the bake sale, I offered them cookies and they turned them down. Who turns down free cookies? Okay, so we got our nice oatmeal crust, our strawberries that have vanilla, some ginger and lime with it, as well as a little bit of kirsch, and then a little bit of oat crumble on top, and then chocolate drizzle and meringue. R.I.P. sink. Did you see it? It's a disaster in here. Thank God for dishwashers. How cool would it be to come home from work and have food waiting for you? Yeah, that's how husbands feel. Not all of them, though. Okay, going in. Dessert before din. Mm-hmm. It tastes healthy. Like, I will say that. I think it's definitely lacking on the sugar component, but that's what makes it healthy, right? But I do like the ginger and the lime in there.
That's what it's been.
I think the chocolate's really good. I don't think it needs the meringue. Let's all chip in and get a house together. So, healthy strawberry oatmeal bars. I would just rather do like a strawberry crumble. Not the best recipe, I will say that, guys. So now we know. Healthy is bad. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Okay. Who do you guys want to raid? You want to go raid Robin, aka Chef de Partie? Or do you want to raid Tigreal? Robin's doing Japanese cheesecake, though. That's something I've never made. So I think I'm more interested in that. Let's go see Chef. Hey, guys. Thanks for the awesome stream. I know it's a little bit longer. 6:20 already. Ah! I will see you tomorrow. We're doing pork chops and a bunch of other delicious things.
Pork choppies!
Have a good one, guys. And thanks for all of the love today. The biddies,
Bye,
the
everyone.
donation, Liz. Thank you again. And the resubs. See you tomorrow. Japanese fluffy cheesecake. Yeah, we gotta watch this stuff. He has a face, Matt. Bye, guys.